Yo, what's cracking everyone? Ericship 111 here, and we are back with another episode of Hidden Secrets, Easter eggs and glitches on Forza Horizon 5. So for those who are new to my channel and don't know what this series is, well, this is a series where you, the subscribers, send me interesting things that you have found in the game, and the ones which are the most unique and haven't yet been showcased on my channel will possibly get a chance of being featured in a future episode. To send me the things that you have found, please make sure to either write them down in the comment section below or direct messaging them to me through Instagram, Twitter or Xbox. My gamer tag is Ericship. Please just make sure that your video submissions are in the best quality possible so it can be featured in a future episode. All of the links will be down in the description below. So without further ado, here are 7 new secrets, Easter eggs and glitches from you, the subscribers, that were found in Forza Horizon 5. Starting off with number 1, clouds on a screen. So just recently we showcased this bug where in cockpit view or when you are browsing in a Horizon Festival, your screen would show water droplets because the weather outside or in free roam was raining. Well, I believe we have found something even more unique, and this was shared directly through the Xbox messages, so no post editing involved here, but here you can see mini cloud patterns have somehow formed on the edges of this player's screen, and they seem to have stayed in their spots permanently. In this other clip, you can also see when the player goes into the start menu and the clouds fade slightly like it was part of the player's screen. This is super interesting, and I don't think I have seen this anywhere else. Anyways, a huge shout out to Chatty Barley 131 from Xbox for sharing this with all of us. Thank you. Number 2, spikes on wheels. Here is something very interesting, and I do not believe it was seen back in Forza Horizon 4, but right here we can see that this Corvette ZR1 has spikes coming out from all 4 wheels. 1 spike per wheel, and only shows at a certain rotation when you drive slowly. However, once you accelerate and start driving faster, it gives the illusion that the ZR1 constantly has its spikes deployed, ready to destroy, puncture or damage any dirty racers that gets in its way. I kind of feel like this is a visual bug that is somewhat similar to the Caterham bug we discovered back in Forza Horizon 4, but just on a much smaller scale. Nonetheless, very cool to see, and a huge shout out to Z Topunga from Xbox for sharing this with all of us. Thank you. Number 3, all-wheel steering. As we know, Forza Horizon 5 brought in all-wheel steering, meaning that on cars which actually have this feature in real life, like the Nissan R32 Skyline GTR or the Porsche Taycan, when you turn the steering wheel in-game, you can visibly see that the rear wheels turn too. Now I must say that I think the degree of the back wheels turning is a little over-exaggerated, but it's certainly a cool feature to have. So the reason why I'm bringing this up is because more often than not, the Forza Edition cars compared to the standard variant would be quite similar, at least in the steering department, but supposedly it's not the same, well, at least with the Lamborghini Sesto Elemento. As we can see in the normal variant, there's no all-wheel steering here. However, in the Forza Edition, there certainly is, which then makes me wonder, given how many of the Forza Edition cars look and drive in Horizon 5, I genuinely feel like they are truly unique and can't be replicated from their standard models, unlike how it was back in Horizon 3, apart from the skill boost of course. But anyways, a huge shout out to Erez Merita from Instagram for sharing this with all of us. Thank you. Number 4, the Mark 7 Golf R. So one of the coolest things, at least for me, with the new method of recording car sounds is that now, especially with the Golf R, when you shift up when accelerating, it will make the iconic DSG fart noise. Now this is all well and good, but unfortunately Playground Games forgot to change the Golf R's default transmission, as in Horizon 5 and even Horizon 4 as well. all the Golf Rs are manual, which actually means the farting sound shouldn't actually exist. Anyways, I digress, and the only reason why I'm talking about this is because when you upgrade the exhaust of the Golf R, the farting noise when you shift actually disappears, which is a bit of a shame because many Golf Rs that I see on the road here in Australia, most of them either have a stage 1 or a stage 2 tune, and if it's a dual clutch, be prepared to hear that loud burp. So Playground Games, please add the shift sounds on the upgraded exhaust, and furthermore, what is up with the brake calipers? It looks as if they are see-through or non-existent, at least on the right hand side of the car. And what's even worse is that this was also a problem back in Horizon 4. Number 5, the rising sun. So a few days ago when I was waiting for Horizon Arcade event to take place, I came across this very strange looking billboard, and the reason why I stopped was to see if there's any hidden secrets or Easter eggs on it. Now by the looks of things, there seems to not be much at all. It just looks like a very old billboard that used to have papers glued onto it, and over time, whatever was on there has been ripped off, leaving a lot of glue residue. But one thing that kind of stood out to me was this logo or icon at the very top. Now I know Playground Games are very strict on their notorious iconography, and anyone who places decals on any of the restricted symbols on their vehicles will definitely get banned. And I know this isn't a direct copy of the rising sun, so it's actually fine within Playground Games rules, but to me, I have no idea why this has been placed here. Is there something of significance on this board, or am I just looking too deep into something that means nothing? If anyone watching can help me out in the comment section below, that would be much appreciated. But for me, after trying to find some answers on Google, I didn't find anything that would actually be concrete for this particular billboard. Number 6, an invisible ramp. Now unfortunately, I'm not able to try this glitch out myself, as judging by the gameplay, it looks as if this player had just started playing Horizon 5 or is in the process of unlocking certain Horizon festivals. How do I know this? Well, looking at the mini map on the bottom left, you can see that the Baja Festival has yet to be unlocked in this particular gameplay. Now I'm unsure if the Stunt Festival has been unlocked though, as this could be one of the few stunts that's actually available before doing the stunt adventure. I'm not exactly too sure, but have a look at this invisible ramp here. I kind of wish that the player continued driving to see if it would actually record a distance. Anyways, a huge shout out to AAA488 GTB from Xbox for sharing this with all of us. Thank you. And lastly, number 7, first expansion. So just recently on Facebook, I actually came across this image which was accompanied by this post here. Now, upon further research and investigation, these two images were posted up initially on 4chan and then later reposted on Reddit, and it seems to be something of an early concept along with a barrage of quite interesting information that you all may want to read. Now, remember with all these types of leaks where there's an image of a conceptual map or written info, please take it with a grain of salt, as in the past there has been some leaks that were completely false. But let's suspend our belief a little bit like a WWE storyline, as I think some of the information here is quite interesting. It talks about how Playground Games had discussed Japan, Hong Kong and Colorado as a location back in 2010 for their first Horizon title, and then in Horizon 4 supposedly Japan was re-brought up again as a location, and they actually sent a bunch of photographers over to Tokyo to capture images of the expressways to then allow the developers to run tests using many of the assets ported over from Horizon 3 to simulate the Tokyo city, but unfortunately encountered many performance issues which ultimately led to Horizon Japan being scrapped. But this image of the map here, according to this leak, the first DLC for Horizon 5 will feature a large fictional metropolitan area which will be based off from multiple different cities in Mexico, including Mexico City, Monterrey and many more, and apparently is quite similar in design to the expressways that we've seen in Gran Turismo Sport, which if there's any truth to this, I mean, that will be very fun. there's actually quite a lot to read here, which I won't go into detail in this particular video, but I'll put a link down in the description below so you all can read this. And also remember, as I have said in the past, Playground Games always use their first expansions or DLC as somewhat of a beta or a test for their future Horizon releases. So whether this is all true or not, to me it does sound quite plausible, but of course nothing is confirmed, as at the end of the day it was first posted on 4chan. But what do you guys think? I mean, looking at this conceptual map here, you can see that this is not exactly the biggest DLC, but it is quite dense, and you can actually see the expressway looping around almost on the perimeter of this entire map. I'm not gonna lie, it does look pretty cool, but do you guys think this is real or fake? Does it sound exciting? Or better yet, what holes does this theory have which will then expose this post as being completely fake? I would love to hear your opinions. So there we have it guys, 7 new hidden secrets, Easter eggs and glitches that we have found in Forza Horizon 5. Anyways, if you guys did enjoy this video, please make sure to smash the thumbs up button, as it really does help me out. And also, if you guys would like to see more Forza Horizon 5 content right here on this channel, make sure to click the subscribe button with notifications turned on. That way you won't ever miss out on another video that goes live, and I hope to see you guys in the next video. Peace.